Hey, what's going on, guys? Jay's 2 cents here over on the vlog channel, Jay's Says. Now, we are doing a weigh-in Wednesday, even though it's been over a month since I did my last weigh-in Wednesday. We should probably start calling these monthly weigh-in Wednesdays. Anyway, as you guys know, I have been heavily on a weight loss kick. But not just because, oh, I want to get skinny. I started to realize that my entire everything about like being successful in my career and stuff was being overshadowed by the fact that I was putting on a ton of weight again. Now I'm going to sound like a little bit of a broken record here because there's a lot of people who've started following me since this and don't really know my past or know that I used to weigh well, almost 500 pounds. In fact, I'm going to look for a photo here to put up real quick. It's been a while since I've actually looked at these, and I should start looking at these more often. Here, this is me in 2009, and that was when little J, you guys know her now, I mean, 5-year-old built a PC. That was her just a couple of days after she was born, and that was me. A couple of humans, like, stitched together, literally. So that was my old life, and that's not something that I was very proud of or happy about. And we've talked about that. You guys can look at other videos on this channel. Just look up weight loss or the word fat or whatever, and you guys can find vlogs I've talked about with that in the last several years. But I started creeping back up again, back up to 309.8 pounds. I was 494 in that picture, and then I got all the way down to about 279, 280 pounds. And then slowly worked my way back up to 310 or 309.8. Excuse me. Sorry, this is gonna be very raw and uncut. I'm actually using XSplit to do all this, so I don't have to do twice the work. But anyway, so on January 26th, I basically decided that's it. Enough is enough. I got tired of being called fat and all over again. It's like I was still down over 180 pounds from where I was in that picture that you guys just saw. But imagine having lost 180 pounds and still being called fat, like, all the time. So that in itself, it's like, oh my God, I'm still being called fat and, you know, lazy and this and that. But I'd lost more weight than many people even weigh in, like, total. So that was really starting to mess with my head. And then I did a chair review with Coconut Monkey, where I did the DX Racer King Series chair. And I think that really opened up my eyes to just how big I was getting again. Because when you're big and you're overweight, you do a very good job at avoiding mirrors and avoiding reflections and just tuning out reality on how big you are, or tuning out any sort of accountability for the way you're eating or the way you're living or whether you're active or not. And literally on January 26th, I walked into the gym and I told my trainer, I've actually been with a personal trainer for 3 years now and was still gaining weight, but that's because the trainer can't do the work for me. I mean, working out is only a small portion of weight loss or healthy lifestyle. It's all about eating. So I walked in there and I told him, I said, you know what? I've had enough. I've had enough of this. I need a change. I said, I'm going to buy a bike. And so you guys have seen the biking stuff that's been going on here in the last 2 months. So we did a body scan, and if you guys recall, I'll put those numbers up in case you don't remember. Here they are right here. I put them over my face there. That's an improvement. Anyway, so these were the numbers when I started the and I'm not going to call it a weight loss challenge. This was just a lifestyle change. I was 309.8 pounds, 33% body fat, 38.7 BMI, with a goal of losing 65.5 pounds. That was going to put me at right about 248 pounds or so, somewhere around there. And so, I don't know, my math is bad apparently. 309 minus 65, whatever that is. So I just said, you know what? Give me a meal plan and give me something that I can follow in terms of guidelines for food. So he did. He told me about what lean proteins to eat, what sort of carbs to eat, where to get my sources of carbs, when to eat my carbs, when not to eat my carbs, and how to also properly navigate like cheat days or cheat meals. Now, I said before, I don't do cheat days. I do a cheat meal. And that's actually okay for me. I only do one a week. Some dietitians will tell you 2 a week is fine as long as you're mentally capable of handling a cheat meal. The problem with a cheat meal is the fact that if you have an addiction to food, chances are you getting a taste of the foods that you shouldn't be eating could trigger relapses, and then you just start binge eating again. And so you really have to be honest with yourself on whether or not it's something that you can handle. So I do one solid cheat meal a day where it's like, or not a day, oh my God, that would be like the old times. I only do one cheat meal a meal, guys. But anyway, I do one cheat meal a week, and I do it with the wife, and we go out to eat somewhere, and I still am conscious about what I'm eating. I don't just pig out and be like, I'm eating a whole pizza. I would get a steak or something like that. But anyway, I'm just kind of really rambling all over the place, but you guys tend to like that, so I guess that's what we will go with today. Now, when I did that chair review, and real quickly, some of you guys were like, go more into your meal plans. I will do that. Not this video, soon, I promise, now that I have more time on my hands. I'm not a dietitian, I'm not a food expert, I'm not a diet expert, I'm not a health expert, so I'm not really qualified to be talking about meals. I can only tell you what I'm doing, but you guys need to consult the people you need to consult with for your own health, because I'm not taking on that responsibility or liability of you guys, like, dying, I guess, because you didn't do something properly. Anyway, here was the way that I looked during that chair review. And that was really an eye-opener, because the amount of comments I got in that video of, wow, Jay, you're fatter than I thought. Wow, Jay, you're pretty fat. Or Jay, you're getting fat again. Yeah, that's fair and accurate. So shrink that away over there. That is, I don't know. I was just kind of fooling myself into thinking, hey, I'm happy, and I wasn't really. I was uncomfortable in my body again. I was uncomfortable in my clothes. I just felt bloated. My face felt like it was squishing. Everything felt absolutely terrible. So that was when I decided I'm making a life change. So I started eating clean. I stopped drinking milk entirely. I haven't had a glass of milk or even a bowl of cereal in 2 months. I'd already stopped sodas a long time ago. Soda pop. I don't do sodas, carbonated drinks. I rarely drink alcohol. In fact, the last time I actually drank alcohol, I believe, was the drunk live stream I did with Jerry last year. I stopped eating complex carbs, or I shouldn't say I stopped eating complex carbs. I stopped eating enriched flours, and I stopped eating simple carbs, things that are high in starches, white potatoes, white bread, flour tortillas, things like that. And I replaced everything with whole grain or 100% whole wheat, non-enriched. And that made a huge difference in itself. So really, today's results, we went to the gym, and I've been riding my bike like crazy. I bought a new road bike. I was riding my Cannondale Quick 5, which was a hybrid. Now I went out and bought a carbon fiber road bike. I have a Trek Domani 4.5, amazing freaking bike. I love that bike. Even today, this morning, just for a morning ride, I did 33 miles and then went to the gym this afternoon. So I'm really, really dedicated to it. And today was weigh-in day. And as you guys remember, I started at 309.8. And as of today, in 2 months, I weigh 278 pounds. So we are 31 pounds lost since, that video, that picture there, and we put this back up again. This picture was January 24th, which was 2 days before I got weighed. So really, it's more like 70 days results, I guess, 31 pounds. I'm perfectly okay with that, because that is healthy weight loss. That is fat loss. I've replaced it with a lot of muscle. As you guys can see, I've got a pretty strong body. In fact, I'm going to do something I've never done here. I've never just stood up in front of the camera and showed you guys my body, and that's what we're going to do today. And there's something I'm actually really proud of. And don't worry, I'm going to leave my clothes on. I promise. There's one thing I'm really proud of, and actually 2 things I'm really proud of. One, look at the tan lines on my arms. Do you see the tan lines from the biking gloves? I was worried about tan lines. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to look silly. And I've been watching the GCN, which is a global cycling network on YouTube. And somebody actually asked them, what do you do about tan lines? And all of them were like, we wear them proudly because there's only one way to get those. And that's to get your ass up and in the saddle and out riding. So I'm perfectly okay with the fact that I have got this glove line. I also like how lean my forearms are getting from all the constant cycling. But check out my legs. Now you guys can see pretty much how chunky I was right there in that. And remember, I've still got another 38 pounds to go to get down to where the machine said I should be. We're going to try getting lower than that with lean, healthy weight loss. But there in the bottom right-hand corner, here's the way I look today. So as you guys can see, there has been quite the change. Now, look at my legs. My legs are something I'm extremely proud of because I have been working my ass off to get, I mean, these are cyclist legs right there. And just in terms of like core strength and the amount of core strength that I actually have now is something that I'm extremely proud of. The fact that you can take a guy 2 months ago, looks like that photo there, and has been able to actually put as much lean muscle on me as I have. I don't even care if you guys hate and are like, oh, you're still fat. I have come an absolute long way just in 2 months. Now I can't wait to see what the rest of the year is going to bring. I mean, we have a goal of 50 pounds lost by June 3rd, which is my birthday. We're well on track for that. So anyway, this is me. This is actually Awesome Sauce Network. That's not me. That's Kyle. I am me. And we're just going to keep doing this as a community, guys. Hashtag Go Team J is not about my progress. It's a place for all of you guys to go and kind of put in your progress and help each other out. Hashtag Go Team J has actually been doing really, really good. In fact, it was trending once or twice. So anyway, there you go, guys. Weigh-in Wednesday. 31 pounds lost, 7% body fat, and I don't even know how much muscle I put on my legs. I mean, my legs are starting to look kind of sexy, if you ask me. Look at that. I got sexy legs. Look at that. Oh yeah, and my ankle socks, because apparently I'm quite the girl now. So, anyway, compared to that photo down there in the bottom right, come at me, brah. Oh, you have to turn it off on here, huh? It's live.